What is going on, everybody? How are you all today? Happy Tuesday to you all. It is March 21st, 2023. This is another live edition of the Raw Rundown here on the Around the Point Network. I hope all you are having a wonderful day and a lot of fun stuff. But what is going on? What is going on, y'all? We are live here. I am that Peruvian Fight TV extraordinaire. I am Steve. We're here joined by the gang. We got Chase all the way from beautiful California. Chase, what's going on, man?
Well, ain't beautiful today. It's raining. If you guys coming to LA for WrestleMania next week, y'all better pack your raincoats. You may think that it's going to be nice and sunny. I think it's going to be rainy weather. Heck, my coworker, I don't know if you can see her. She's running. She's running through the rain right now. She'll pass by to the window.
Wow. She's a runner. She's a track star. I'm kidding. And of course, we're joined here by the good brother all the way from Detroit, the pride of Detroit, Big Mike. What's going on, man? How are you?
Well, Tony lied to us. They said it doesn't rain in Southern California. What the heck's going on?
Really?
Yeah. You never heard the song before?
Maybe if you sing the lyrics a little bit, me.
I'm not singing, but listen, Go listen to the song.
Okay.
I'm doing good, by the way.
That's awesome. That's awesome. In case you guys might not realize, there was no Steve's Kitchen yesterday. We decided to close the kitchen down for a week. But, next week, being as WrestleMania week, we're going to be having a big, crazy service. Let's put it that way. Big, crazy service. But this is the Raw Rundown. We're going to break down everything from Monday Night Raw that went down last night, live from St. Louis, the home of one Randy Orton, even though he was not there. But if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share through social media and all that awesome stuff. So you guys are also kicking into the chat. We got Ella Underdown. Hey, yo, how are you? Hey, yo. Dolores, what's up, everyone? We got Safet in the chat. Dolores right here. Big Mike, I'm proud of you. I'm proud you pulled that from way back. Round of applause. Round of applause.
So it's an early 90s song. So
early 90s? Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like that too, Chase. Constant professional.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I'm just now noticing that too.
I'm noticing it too. Yeah, I'm noticing it also. Who's also constant professional? Colby Covington.
Yes, showed up, cut 18 pounds in one day. I don't know how this man did it. Went to London and was trying to, bring the U.S. title back to 1776. So, what a professional.
Big professional. But Raw last night, I'm gonna say this right now. I thought it was a good show, and then it had that awesome ending, and then it had everything in between. There I go again.
Oh, Steve's doing the echo.
That is so weird.
You should mute your mic real quick. All right, so. Oh, it's Big Mike. It wasn't Steve. It was Big Mike. You get that echo.
Mike the whole time, man.
I thought it was Steve with that echo. I was like, oh, okay.
How about now?
Let's see. There we go.
There we go, guys. We're getting the ball rolling here, y'all. We're getting the ball rolling here. I thought again, Raw was a good show. I thought overall it got people to look forward to WrestleMania more with some of the matches that were announced, and again, where the main event is going, especially with that promo from both Roman and Cody. Big Mike, what about you?
Yeah, I am a little excited about some of the matches after last night. I mean, we had a good promo from Dominic after a clean win. Who would have thought? Yeah. But I mean, I believed in the guy since day one here on the Around the Point network. Somebody wanted to send the guy to NXT, but
you know what?
Yeah,
I can say with confidence, I was wrong.
Yeah, like 85% of the time.
I was wrong. I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. and last night was one of them. Chase, what about you, man? Your thoughts on Raw from last night overall?
I ain't gonna lie, Raw was ass to me. I don't know how I sat through that
Really?
3 hours. I did not like
Really?
that. The
Really?
matches were fine. The storylines, I was like, oh, whatever. I mean, Dominic was the best part to me, next to Roman and Cody. He's like, oh, Dad doesn't want to fight me. I got to go ask Mom if I can kick your ass. I was like, I
Yeah, I
actually
mean
got
that was
free
a great
tickets.
line.
I actually got free tickets to the Vegas SmackDown, and after that, I don't know. I kind of want to go, but I don't know. I don't want to take too many days off from work just to, especially go to Vegas and watch wrestling. It's a 5 hour drive, so I don't know. No, I honestly was like, this episode of Raw kind of weak. Brock Lesnar and Omos got that epic video package and stuff. So, but
And
yeah,
look
no,
who it
I thought the show was
is.
bad.
Look who it is, y'all. He's the host of All Honor, Mr. Caden Lee. Caden, how are you?
Steve, I am so tired. I should be studying for
Now
an
it's a
exam
party. Look at
tomorrow.
this.
I should be studying, but I was laying in bed anyway. So I was like, you know what? I'll hop on for a little bit. Probably not going to say the whole show, but.
Hey, man, we're glad that you're here, man. We're glad that you're here. Well, we're going around the table here. Caden, what was your thoughts overall Monday Night Raw from last night from St. Louis, Missouri?
Well, there's a good thing I'm not going to be here the whole time because I did not watch the third hour except the main event segment. But I thought that overall, I thought it was a better Raw than recent weeks. They finally built. They did something with Asuka and Bianca, albeit not a lot. Although never mind. I did watch the third hour. I forgot that happened. For some reason, I thought I didn't watch the third hour. No, I did watch it. Yeah, they did something with that story. I'm getting more and more intrigued with Rhea Ripley. I thought her promo this week was really good, and then they made her look strong. It's better, I will say. I thought the build was decent at least, which is better than the other last few Raws we've had where they've done jack shit.
I agree. I absolutely agree. Guys, let us know in the chat your thoughts on Monday Night Raw. What did you like? What did you not like? And all that stuff. And I also know in a couple of minutes, we'll be joined by Bill.
Oh, Bill Goldberg come in?
Big Bill in a couple of Big Bill, yeah,
Big
man.
Bill?
Big Bill, yeah. Not that Big Bill. Not that Big Bill from AEW. You know, the real
I like that Big Bill.
Well, he's good too. He's good too. But the legend himself, the Hall of Famer, will be joining us in about 9 minutes or so. He has a lot to get off, a lot to get off his chest here, and a lot of fun stuff. So again, guys, fasten your seatbelts and join the ride here. Join the ride. But it's a fence rating here. Raw was 50-50 for me. That's fine. So the show kicked off with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. You guys remember on Friday Night SmackDown, they finally made peace. They hugged it out, right?
I don't know. That was a bad move, according to a former writer from 2006. Well, why would they hug now?
Why would they hug? Save the moment. That's the the moment's
save the moment for
tag
Mania.
titles, you piece of shit.
Now was this guy? I'm not aware of what was said. Does he happen to say the word bro a lot?
No, it was not Russo.
No. This is like, dude, it's like these new writers. They just come out of the woodwork. They have like a blue check mark. They say, "Oh, I wrote for WWE back in the day. Let me tell you what went down." And this guy, I guess,
wrote for WWE back in the day. For about 20 years, they had a rotating ship every 3 to 4 months. So it's hard to find people who haven't written for WWE.
Well,
yeah,
there goes.
Yeah, because like in 2006, he was a writer, and then he was just like all of a sudden he was like mad that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn hugged on SmackDown. He was like, "Oh, you should have saved this moment for WrestleMania." And it's like, bro, you guys are gonna take on the Usos. Like, you want them to be like, oh, can they coexist against one of the, like, especially if you look at how well the Usos been built since winning the SmackDown tag titles. You want them to do that against them? No way, you can't do that. That's stupid.
Well, there goes me imitating Mr. Russo. We'll say that for some other time. But I thought the opening segment, overall, it was great. Again, both Kevin Owens admitted, hey, he's always been Sammy's biggest fan, even when they were fighting each other, even together over the years. He's always said that was the best person he's ever been in the ring with. And then Sami Zayn basically said, now that we're all together, I think it's about that time. We got to take out the bloodline and they both proceed to look at the WrestleMania logo. The Usos come out, and they talk about how been on the same page for 3 minutes. We've been on the same page since day one, and it looks like Jimmy Uso didn't want to accept the challenge, but then Jay was like, you know what? We'll be honest. If there's ever a time for us to solve this Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens problem, it's gonna be now at WrestleMania. So Jay Uso, on behalf of the Bloodline, on behalf of the Usos, he accepts the challenge, and then they proceed to brawl. And as they're brawling, Roman Reigns shows up in this nice ride, right? And they got the camera pointing at him like he's walking into the arena. You see Kevin Owens and Sammy just, encouraging to come out, come to the ring. They want some, even though, again, that didn't happen. But I thought overall that was a very good opening segment.
Mm-hmm.
We finally got the match for WrestleMania tag team, you undisputed tag team title match. A lot of people are very in the mix of what should be the closing match on night one. What should be the main event? There's a lot of people that are saying it's going to be Rhea and Charlotte. Then there's those that are saying, it should be Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Mike, what do you think should be the WrestleMania night one main event?
I mean, it's a toss-up. Either one of those could be main events. But I feel like the bigger story is the Bloodline and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So I feel like that's your main event night one. I mean, for what Sami has done, I feel like this should be his moment. In this storyline, it should be his moment to main event a Mania on a night. So I feel like that's your main event.
Yeah. Chase, what about you? What do you think should main event WrestleMania night one out of the women's SmackDown women's title match between Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, or Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens versus the Usos?
Skip me for right now. My internet's down. Skip me.
All right, Kaden, what about you?
I think we talked about this on Around the Point, maybe it was another show. I forgot. I got asked by somebody, and my response to this was, you're asking about if they should main event, right?
Because again, there's a lot of discussion, right, between the internet wrestling community. What should be the main event of night one?
Yeah, so there's two ways I see this. One, what should be storyline-wise, the tag match. That's the match that has deserved it. It's perfect for the story. But in terms of the optics of everything, I give it still to Rhea and Charlotte. Not because the story has deserved it, but if you want to say that the Women's Royal Rumble is on the same level as the Men's Royal Rumble, I think that the Women's Royal Rumble match should main event, just like the men's does pretty much almost every year. Not every year, but most years, especially as of late, the last probably 15 to 20 years mainly, that whoever's won the Rumble is who main events WrestleMania on the men's side. And the women did it with Becky, and then they main evented night one, but Asuka and Charlotte obviously did not main event. They were second match on the card, I believe, at 34, and then 36 Charlotte won, and they opened night two, and then 38 they were second to last match. They were in one of the worst positions on the card because it was right before Stone Cold Steve Austin, so nobody gave a shit. I remember in the crowd we were all like, oh well, this match is happening, and that's partly because of bad booking, but I think for optics wise, I think you go with the women.
All right. Chase, everything okay on your end, Chase?
No, because of the rain, I don't have good internet right now. Can you guys hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You're frozen, but we
I
hear
can't hear you guys that well. You guys coming off all staticky and stuff. But yeah, I feel the main event should be the tag match, but they're going to give it to Charlotte. Come on.
Yeah, they're gonna give it to Charlotte.
which I'm fine with. I really not.
Yeah, exactly. Either way, to me, it can go either way. Whoever they want to have main event night one or WrestleMania, I'm fine with at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, you don't have to be the main event to steal the show. I always say that when it comes to WrestleMania. There have been matches over the years that they didn't go on last, but you go out of it like, man, that match was, was awesome. That match, was, I guess, the match that stole the show. When I'm trying to get here, but we'll see what they do as we are like less than a week and a half away for WrestleMania.
We are 11 days.
I hear you. Oh, wait a minute. I'm hearing now a message here. Oh, Goldberg can't make it. Gosh darn it, yo. Big Bill
he canceled on his last second.
He canceled on his last second. He said he'll be on tomorrow. Okay, Big Bill will be on tomorrow.
I'm trying to get something. There was some news that just dropped. I'm trying to get the image in the chat, but every image I have is a fucking JPEG. So
that's good. JPEG is good.
No, we can't put JPEGs. You got to put PNGs.
I have JPEGs here. All these photos here.
You can't put JPEGs in. I can tell you that right now because it won't let me.
That's silly. Well, again, I don't know what's going on. That's weird, but hey, it is what it is. Look at this, Chase. Thank you, Chase. Unfortunately, due to weather, Goldberg can't make the show. Oh man. So there you go.
Nuts.
I know. Before we get into what else happened on Raw, we'll read some of the comments that you guys are writing in the chat. We thank you guys as always for tuning in and giving us your thoughts as we're going along with these shows. Ellie writes here, Logan Paul versus Rollins will main event night one.
No,
it's not.
No,
it's probably going to open.
No,
I mean, again, I guess it's it's an opinion. I mean,
I'm banking on that to be match of the night for night one.
Likely, I do think they'll probably steal night one.
I figured out what's wrong with it, Steve. It's at JFIF.
Oh, look at that! It's okay.
Which it shouldn't even save as. It should save as a JPEG. The fuck is this?
JPEGs work. WrestleMania 1 main event.
It's saving as a JFIF.
That's weird. Oh, a GIF. A GIF.
No, not a GIF. That's not the same thing.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. So Fed writes here, WrestleMania 1 main event was a tag team match between Hulk Hogan as World Heavyweight Champion. That time, a no tag team title match. We didn't close the show in WrestleMania 1.
Well, yeah, that's before Royal
but that's
Rumble.
Hogan. That's Hogan.
It's also before there was such thing as a Royal Rumble, and
that's true.
Look at this. Look at this. Big Bill may not be here today. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Bill may not be here, but you want to know who's here right now? You want to know who's here with us? WWE Hall of Famer, the cerebral assassin, the one, the only, Triple H. Sir, how are you?
Steve, Steve, can you hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. I'm sorry. Can you hear me just fine?
We hear you, sir. We hear. How are you, sir? How are you?
I'm doing great, Steve.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we lost him.
We lost the good sir. Oh, no. We lost the good sir. But at least we tried, though. At least we tried. At least we tried with the good sir. But let's move on.
I want to say something quickly, Steve.
Sure, go ahead.
It's unrelated, but it's making me really upset. And I honestly might cry about this. I'm really pissed. WWE 2K22 did something that I didn't notice until I played 23. There's no more grappling. Like, there's grappling, like in terms of like you can grab them and then hit like the grapple attacks or whatever, but there's no more chain wrestling.
They took that out.
Which was the best thing in 2K19. I am so mad right now because 2K19, my favorite thing was the mechanics of how you control a match, and you could put together a great realistic match. You can't do that anymore with this stupid fucking game.
It's crazy, man. Granted,
So mad.
I haven't played since 2K19 myself.
I
You
was
know,
a big proponent of universe mode, and I would make realistic matches that weren't happening in real. Like I would take what AEW or WWE was doing in their stories, and I'd make my own. And I literally have a binder of all of my stories: who wins, who loses. I was invested in this not for video content, but for myself. And these motherfuckers said,
You ever-
"Fuck you, Caden. You don't get to do this shit anymore. Fuck you." Well,
not for nothing.
fuck you, 2K.
Not for nothing, kid. Ever thought of getting into the cough fed thing?
I've thought about it a lot, actually.
I have a friend. He has a cough fed called COH, Call of Honor. I should get you guys connected. He has a cough fed. Because he's been doing it now. He's been doing it since like 2011, 2010.
I want to do it. I might do it on Twitch and
Now-
tell my stories there because I'm a fantasy booker.
I know, but again, if you guys want to connect, I guarantee you'll love it. You'll love it. Again, it's just you don't have to, but just throwing it out there. Okay, here we go. Paul is back. Paul, you there? Good sir.
Steve, can you hear me? Steve.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We hear you, sir. We hear you. We hear you.
So, sorry, guys. Sorry about this. Unlike Goldberg, I don't make excuses if I can't make the show. I show up when I can every single time. I'm sorry, Steve, that he disappointed you. He's disappointed me plenty of times. Does Bill, So, but anyways, thank you for reviewing Monday Night Raw, Steve. Like always, like every Tuesday, you come on, you do the professional thing. You come on, you review the show, you talk about the show, and I respect that about you, Steve.
Well, thank you, sir. We appreciate that, man. We appreciate that 100%. But not just me, it's myself, Big Mike, Caden, everyone here on the Around the Point Network, reviewing the shows that you guys provide for us, the fans, at the end of the day.
Yeah, like I said, unlike Bill, show up, be professional, do the thing. A lot of people are saying, oh, how come you guys didn't re-sign Goldberg? Why isn't Goldberg back with WWE? Isn't WWE family? WWE's family. But it's only family when Goldberg wants it to be family, He doesn't want to be part of this family year round. He doesn't want to be part of the creative process and the business that we create. So sorry, we ain't going to sign Bill Goldberg to our three-letter company. He can go and make money for another three-letter company.
Really?
Yeah.
Are we talking like
Really?
a Ring of Ring of Honor? Or, what are we talking here?
GCW?
We know what three letters. I ain't gonna promote that show, but we know what three letters we're talking about.
He's talking about DDT.
No, he's talking
I don't
about
even think Goldberg knows how to perform a DDT. I don't even think he knows what that is.
I think he's talking about Caden. No, I think he's talking about GHC.
GHC. Oh, of course. Of course, Triple Paul is a big fan of GHC.
Triple Paul?
I like GNC. I like GNC's selection of supplements. Keeps me in shape. Always need to be in shape. But anyways, how's everyone doing today? Hopefully you guys are doing well.
We're doing good, man. I'm glad to hear from
you. Doing great, Hunter. Doing great. Always good to hear from you.
Always good to hear from a Hall of Famer as yourself. I know you guys have a lot of things going on within a week and a half from now. The biggest event of the year for the company. A lot of big matches that we're all excited for. Aren't we all, guys? Aren't we all excited for these matches that are coming up?
Yeah. Can you book the tag match for night 2 so I don't have to go to night 1?
Listen, we haven't decided the nights yet. We know for sure Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins. That's going to be night 1. Night 2 is Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes.
Well, thank you for telling me the card that's already booked. I really appreciate that.
Oh,
you got to wait and see. It's going to be sick, man. It's going to be sick.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to say that on air.
What,
No, Steve. No.
Okay. No problem, kid. No problem.
I had to catch myself.
It's okay. It happens. It's only Tuesday, man. It's okay. Relax. It's only Tuesday. Look at this. Mr. H, are you going to bring Connor in? I think he's referring to Mr. Levesque. I think he's referring to one notorious Conor McGregor.
How many fights does he have left? Does he have like 2 fights left on his contract? I'm interested in guys and girls that want to go now we have a great NIL program. Did you see the Cavender twins? They play for Miami basketball. Steve, I know you don't really know basketball, but they play for basketball, and they're going to be in NXT soon. It's going to be great.
They play for basketball.
Big Mike, Katie, you guys are more expert on that field than I am. Any truth to what Mr. Levesque here is saying on how great they are on the court?
Kate is the Florida boy, so he didn't know more than me.
One of them is suspended.
Really?
For illegal activity.
Oh, well.
What illegal activity?
I believe she was smoking upon the devil's lettuce, but I don't know.
Oh,
for sure.
man.
Oh, she shouldn't be suspended for that.
Yeah, the WWE, we've been very light on that rule, too.
Illegal, but when he did it, it was illegal.
Oh. All athletes smoke weed.
State of Florida.
Listen, Mr. Levesque, there's a
I
question
don't know that
from,
for sure. Don't take me at the word for that. I don't know 100%.
No problem. But Mr. Levesque, question here from Weston, longtime listener of the show, by the way. He asked here, Mr. H, are you going to sign Omega, MJF, or even maybe a celebrity in the future?
Can you pull up the question, Steve? I can't see it on the screen. I'm sorry. It's just okay. Omega, MJ. I don't know who are these guys.
I believe they are from the other company.
This motherfucker goes, who are they when you were in contract negotiations? Okay.
It's called a rib, bud. It's called a rib. I'm ribbing you. Oh yeah. If they become free, we'll definitely want to sign them. Why wouldn't we? What, you want us to say no to great talent? Heck, I try to get CN Almas and Aleister Black back to the damn company. Of course, I want all the talent in the world. You'd be stupid if you don't want all the talent in the world. Why do you think he hasn't released any of them? You would think that, yeah.
Now, Mr. Levesque, regarding MJF, how hard would you guys go on the bidding war of 2024?
I think the real bidding war of 2024 is Omega. Maybe isn't Will Ospreay a free agent by then? We'll probably go hard for him. MJF, great talent, great guy. But I feel like we have the completed version of MJF and Cody. So why do we need him? I mean, if he wants to join the family, if he wants to jump on the bus, he's more than welcome to jump on the bus. But in terms of backing up the brink trucks, think we have bigger fish in mind. He's a good fish, don't get me wrong. You'll win like fourth place with that fish. But I want first place fish. I want second place fish. That's what I'm aiming at.
Okay, fair enough here. Big Mike, you have a question for Mr. Levesque? Well, that he's here. Again, we're taking, he has, I don't know how much time he's left, but again, he has a lot of things going on. Any question for Mr. Levesque here? Big Mike or Caden? Any two?
Let's see here. What's going on with Johnny Gargano? I mean, is his push going to be?
What you call him? What you call Johnny?
No, I called him Johnny. I called him Johnny.
No, you said something else. You messed up. What'd you call him?
I called him Yanni. I'm sorry, Mr.
Yanni.
Mr. Levesque. Yeah.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Why is he called Yanni? What is this? Look, not everyone can be on top of the fucking card, okay? I'm sorry, I'm so heated right now. Johnny Gargano has put in so much work to this damn business, and you guys are over here calling him Yanni. You know how disrespectful that is.
Well, it's not me, sir. I did not say such words, but
I love
it. You laughed at it, Steve. You laughed at it. You were sitting there laughing. I heard your little giggle. It's not that hard to hear. When it comes down to it, he has put so much respect in this business. He has earned the respect of the fans. Not everyone can be the top guy. And Johnny Gargano is one of those guys that he understands his role. I tell Johnny to do something. He says, yes, sir. There's no complaints. There's no whining. There's no, oh, I'm not on the top. Oh, I'm not getting it. No, he knows his role, and he plays that role to the T. So what? I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. My main event is Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. What do you want me to do? Just throw Johnny in there? Yeah. Compare him to Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes right now. That's ridiculous. Oh, sorry. My IC title scene is Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre. Yeah, let me throw Johnny in there. I'm sorry. Austin Theory is taking on one of the greatest superstars of all fucking time, and John Cena. Yeah, let me throw Johnny in there. I can't believe what I just heard. You called him Yanni.
Well,
That
sir,
man has earned his respect. That man is going up against and taking his time against one of our younger talent that we want to push. And you call him Yanni?
Well, Mr. Levesque, we apologize on behalf of everyone here on the Point Network. I just want to take this time to apologize, but at least it's good to know that there's someone out that listens to their boss. Unlike over in the UFC, when a champion in Leon Edwards says no to fight Colby Covington.
You know, Steve, I'm so upset I'm boiling red. I'm boiling red right now.
Mr. Levesque,
I'm sorry, Caden.
I totally apologize.
I don't think I can answer your question, Caden. I gotta leave. You know, I'm gonna go talk to Sean right now. I'm gonna tell Sean what I just heard. This is I should have known once you guys were gonna have Bill on that this is the type of show I'd be walking into. A show that disrespects the talent and all the hard work they put on. Steve, I'll talk to you later, all right, bud?
All right.
Hunter, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Hunter. You're my favorite.
Oh man. You see what you did? Mike. Come on, man. Mike.
Come on, man.
Oh, Mike, we had him on valuable time here, Mike. What are we
Mike's
doing?
frozen.
Oh man.
He deserves to be frozen.
He deserves to be frozen. He
That
deserves
bullshit.
it. Mike.
I didn't mean to do that.
You lucky I can't even find the darn clip. You're lucky I can't even find it right now. Because if I was able to find the clip right now, maybe Katie can help me.
He's trying to buy time to find it. You can hear it. You can hear
Mike
it. He's trying to figure out where
Hey,
it
bro,
is.
come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I didn't mean to do that, man. You guys know how I'm a Triple H mark. I didn't mean to do
You love
that.
your triple ball.
I didn't. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. And this is the one time I will accept the big screen. Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Mr. Paul Levesque. I am truly sorry. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
Does that mean
Please come back.
Does that mean you're gonna watch NXT? You're gonna watch NXT to make it up to?
I am going to watch NXT tonight live. I am going to live tweet it. I'm going to tag you in every tweet. It's going to be great.
Oh man, look at this, guys. Look at the. You see dedication here, guys. Dedication. That's all I can say, guys. That's all I can say. At the end of the day, nothing but dedication. Sorry, Kaden. I know you want to ask Mr. Levesque a question, and Mike just pooped the party here, man.
I'm sorry, Caden, too. I'm sorry. I thought he would like it, but he didn't. I'm sorry.
Anyway, we get the first match of the night. We get Austin Theory versus Montez Ford. You guys remember last week, Austin Theory defeated Angelo Dawkins. So now it's time for Montez Ford to get his turn. And I thought overall it was a very good match between two guys. Let's be honest here. A lot of people are saying are the future of the company, right? Of the brand, what have you. You know, a lot of people have a lot of people see a bright future in Montez Ford. I'm sure we've all heard this, right? Throughout the last year and a half or so, right? We've heard this from people. Oh, Montez Ford could be the future, this and that. Austin Theory, we already know, hey, he's stepping into the ring with John Cena at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
When it was all said and done, Austin Theory got the win over Montez Ford. And again, I thought overall, again, you're giving this guy momentum, right? And he got on the mic. He said, you know what, John, you didn't believe me. WrestleMania, you will. Just like how he, that being Montez Ford, didn't believe in him, but now he does. Mike, your thoughts on the segment, your thoughts on the match, man.
I told you beforehand I didn't watch this.
Well, I'm sorry, Mike. Mike, I am sorry.
Oh my God.
Well, Caden, what about you, Caden? Your thoughts?
I watched half of this. But
Well, that's good enough.
was good.
That's fine.
was-
That's
this was
fine.
good.
It happens. It's okay. I mean, a little bit is better than nothing at the end of the day. That's why I always say.
I told you I seen everything after that.
Oh, right. I'm sorry, but again, we see we're such in the moment, man. Again, we're still hurt here, man. We're hurting here, man. We show disrespect to one of our elite guests here on Around the Point, Mr. Paul Levesque. And if you're watching right now, sir, we apologize. Please come back. Please come back. I'll even
I'm right here. I'm right here.
I'll
You
even
see
make
me?
we see. We'll even make a menu for Steve's Kitchen dedicated to the great Triple A. We'll even make a menu.
Did Triple Paul?
The Triple Bowl dedicate a whole menu.
The
I'm gonna have you guys prep cooking early on Monday.
What the fuck? How did this bitch move midair to hit me with a crossbody?
It's called glitches, buddy. Glitches.
This game is dog shit, guys.
2K's rigged.
It's honestly not that good. I don't know why I'm playing it.
Hey man, it happens though. So after we get Roman Reigns, who's backstage with the Bloodline, and Jey Uso makes everybody leave. Right? I mean, Roman makes everyone leave, but he asks Jey to stay, and he asks if he's truly loyal to the Bloodline. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And Jay's like, "Yeah, I am." But then Roman's like, "Okay, that's all I need to hear." He said that he loves him. Then Paul Heyman just sneaks in from like in the background, like, "My tribal chief, did you get your answer that you needed?" He had that look on his face, was like, it's like he has doubt, but he's like, "Yes, I got the answer that I needed from Jey Uso." Mike, what were you saying? What's it, like a couple weeks ago about Roman Reigns and trust and all that stuff?
My tribal chief has bad trust issues, man. He just lets, he thinks that the guys are, very trustworthy. He puts his all trust, and they just bite him in the back. And I got a feeling it's going to happen again.
Let's hope not. For everyone's sake, let's hope not, okay? Kaden, did you watch this segment? Did you watch the segment? Just to be clear, did you watch
Which one?
The Roman Reigns and making everybody leave except Jay and his loyalty?
I did watch the segment. This was cinema, as the kids say.
Cinema. You know what? I agree. It was cinema at its finest. Emmy.
Yeah, I thought that this was a really good segment. Interesting where they're going with this, and we're going to talk about it at the end, I assume.
Yeah,
because I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued too, man. I'm intrigued by all this, man. I feel like we're going to probably repeat this again. What happened at the end for the match itself, it needed it. It needed it at the end of the day. From there, Adam Pearce discusses finalizing the women's WrestleMania Showcase Fatal 4-Way Tag. Chelsea interrupts, that being Chelsea Green, and interrupts him. And by her side is Piper Niven, and she wants in the match or she'll complain to the manager. I'm going to say this. So I love what Chelsea Green is doing right now on TV. And I'm going to throw one more person in there. Maxine Dupree. I love what she's doing on TV.
I think her, Mella, and Piper as the heater works because I think it's a good dichotomy between everybody.
Yeah. Man.
I agree. Mike, behave, Mike. Come on, Mike. Normally you expect this from me.
Hey, man, I can't help it. They keep looking great every single week. They get better and better and better. There's no slack off.
The talent is paying off. I agree. I 100% agree on that. I mean, you know what they did after? They showed a video package of Brock Lesnar and Omos.
Okay. Yeah.
About their history, right? Brock, being a former champion, being in the UFC, how he wore a 4XL glove back in the day.
I remember that was a big deal. Huh?
It was. It still this day holds the record till this very day. And if y'all noted, they used a guy from the UFC to do this whole video package. That's what I liked about it, honestly. Other than that, I thought it was silly. But that's the point. It's supposed to be silly, right? Let's be honest here, right? This, and I said this on the watch along in the chat. This should probably open probably night two because we know how Brock is, right? In and out.
Mm-hmm.
He's in there, then he's out of there, right?
No, I think Brock wants to do this on night one, first match. Get up out of here. I'll actually save Seth Rollins and Logan Paul for night two opener.
It's already on night one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But if it was up to us, if it was up to you, night two, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to get people in the door for night one, so they're expecting that Seth and Logan can do that. Like Logan can get casuals in,
Well,
or the children.
That's true.
That is very true as well. I'm reading the chat here. Mike, you need meetings for this pent up aggression at this point. By the way, the new SummerSlam logo is out.
I put it in there. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Is it really beautiful? I'll be the judge of this. I'll be the judge. Ladies and gentlemen, I know. Kate. Thank you, Kate. I appreciate you for putting it here in the appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, the SummerSlam logo for SummerSlam 2023. And oh boy, to quote Beyonce, let me upgrade you. Yeah.
That's
nice.
It is.
It's beautiful, man. Holy crap.
Got the Ford Mustang inspired, Lions color, silver, white, and Honolulu blue. It's not no ordinary blue. That's Honolulu blue.
I love it.
Yeah.
Kate, what about you?
Too.
This is fantastic. It feels like Detroit, the Motor City. I feel like it matches what we should be doing for SummerSlam logos. I feel like a lot of the SummerSlam logos have been very basic as of late. Same with like Rumble. I feel like a lot of like the shows, they just reuse the same fucking logo every year. Let's change shit up, make it feel like the city, especially when you're specifically promoting that SummerSlam is in Detroit. You didn't really do that last year when they were like, it's SummerSlam's in Nashville, SummerSlam's in Las Vegas. It didn't feel like Las Vegas or Nashville. This feels like Detroit. This is what you should be doing.
You want to know what was overused for so long, in my opinion? The TLC pay-per-view logo.
I mean, most logos were used for 5 years. Like they didn't update. Royal Rumble had almost the exact same graphic for 3 to 4 years, and then they changed it. They used that logo for 2 years. Maybe they might have used that again this year.
Yeah.
And then TLC, Hell in a Cell, Extreme Rules was the same until they did the horror show at Extreme Rules, and now it has that like purple blue color, purple and green color now. So that changed finally, but
yes. So if after this we get you guys guessed it, Omos in a match against Mustafa Ali. Oh, how the mighty has fallen. But Mustafa Ali, man.
And Hunter hates this guy.
I agree. Well. Listen, we're not trying to get in trouble with two guys back to back here, but I see what you're coming from with that. I see what you mean there. Hunter might not like him. Then again, I don't think even Vince liked him. After all this,
Vince booked him at least like fairly well. Like Vince didn't book him for a while and wanted to book him in a racist gimmick. But I remember Vince was like the original plan was that Ali was going to beat Danielson at Mania.
Yep, and
or at least fight Danielson at Mania. I don't know if he was going to lose, but
that is true. That is very true as well. But pretty much, listen, if you blinked, you missed the match. And what do you expect? Omos got the win. Dolph Ziggler was watching from backstage on the screen.
Screw this match. What is this whole ordeal with Dolph and Mustafa? What is this? Like, where is it going? Where is it heading? Are they going to become a team? What is going on?
I don't
Because
know.
I'm not feeling it.
I don't think anyone's feeling it, Mike. I think it's a matter of, well, we have nothing for you two. Okay. I know there's talks of WrestleMania cuts happening, post-Mania cuts happening real soon. And
Are there talks of that, or are you just speculating that? Because I haven't heard that.
well, let's be real about it, right? Every year post WrestleMania, there's always that spring cleaning.
Steve, why are you advocating for people to lose their jobs? What is this?
I'm not advocating. I'm just pointing out, hey, over the years post WrestleMania, there's always been an issue where people get let go.
There were not any last year.
Well, that's because, well, I don't know what happened. It was post pandemic, right?
They just brought everybody back. Why would they cut people? I don't see cuts happening.
And also, you got to factor in Dolph Ziggler did them a solid. Went down to NXT, and was the champion, did the job to Braun, Mustafa Ali.
All right, I gotta see where you're getting these rumors from. If it's Louis Dangor, I swear to God, Steve.
It's not. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I've seen how he looks like. Trust me, he looks like an N and V, respectfully. But anyway, let's move on here. Let's move on. We got Impulsive live on Raw. Logan is basically crapping on the crowd, St. Louis, right? I would have brought my celebrity friends, but they did not want to come to St. Louis, and the crowd ate it up. They booed him, right? Then his mic started acting up.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out Seth Rollins took over the audio system backstage. Comes out to the ring. Looks like he was wearing his pajamas.
Yeah.
And Braun gets in the ring, and they immediately begin to brawl. Eventually, enough people come out to break them up. But we've seen this before, right? You break them up, then they go at it again. They break them up, go at it again. And then out of nowhere, there's a spot where Rollins on the top rope, he does like a senton. And thank goodness he's professional enough to know if the shit's gonna if they're gonna fuck it up, he knows what to do. What happened, Mike? Everything good? Oh, okay. But Kay, I'm sure you've seen the spot, right, where he did the senton, and I got the people that were on the floor almost didn't catch him, or they didn't catch him. They didn't catch him right.
All right, you hear me?
We hear you.
Okay. Yeah, that. I mean, you saw it. Like they didn't catch him, and like you said, he is a professional, and he rotated in a way where he wouldn't hurt himself and got immediately back up. Because I feel like if they would have caught him the right way, he would have sold it. He would have sold it like he hit somebody else. But he got it right away. He was like, "Nope, not gonna let this be."
Yep.
Be that.
And then he got right back up, and Logan Paul once again, with the power of the punch, laid him out.
Laid him out.
Laid him out cold. And he once again, it's like just like last week when Logan laid him out, he was splat on the mat. Here again on the outside, splat.
Mm-hmm.
I like what they're doing here, though. We're giving people this belief that, oh my God, yes, Logan is not to be fucked with. His hands are vicious, right? His hand, even though I don't recall him laying out Roman Reigns that way.
Right.
They alluded to it in the story that it was one lucky punch and that he just couldn't get the one lucky punch because of the bloodline.
That too.
And he did hit it in the match, and he got a near fall.
Yeah, but he didn't lay out Roman like, he laid out Rollins here twice back to back. And not for nothing, I look forward to their match. I think we all here are looking forward to their match. I think, Mike, you said it early on in the review. That could probably seal WrestleMania, whether it's night 1 or night 2.
Yeah, I'm banking on that being match of the night. Maybe match of match of both nights. There's other contenders, but I'm banking on that one. I'd be highly disappointed if I get anything, less.
Next thing you find out, oh, Raw doesn't want to do the job. Raw doesn't want to sell the punch no more. He's a professional.
Well,
He's a true professional.
I would assume that Rollins isn't losing, but
Well,
who knows?
oh yeah, we'll see. We'll see how all that goes too. From there, we get Dominic Mysterio versus Johnny Gargano. And if you would have told me that Dominic Mysterio would beat Johnny Gargano, the same Gargano who's having a match with Grayson Waller, right, at Stand and Deliver, I would have not believed you. I'm like, there's no way that that Dominic is beating Johnny Gargano here, right? And it happened. It fucking happened. Johnny Gargano lost to Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah. Sorry, but I gotta say, Yanni sucks, man. He sucks right now.
Mike, come on,
Triple
man.
H,
Not
I'm
because of
sorry,
him.
close your
It's not
ears.
his fault.
Triple H, close your ears. Close your ears. But yeah, he's just cold. He is cold as ice right now. And you can tell.
But when he goes to Tuesday nights, he
Because
gets
the
the hero
Tuesday
as
is
well.
fine.
Everybody cheers on Tuesday.
They even cheer Jinder Mahal. Remember that? They cheer Jinder Mahal on Tuesday.
Yeah, which I think there's a emotion meter telling them what to do if they cheer for him.
They're partially like they have somebody who's like, you guys need to be hot, but there's not anybody who tells you like who to cheer and who to boo. They don't tell you that. It's just how the Florida crowds are.
Yeah.
Shit. Wrong thing. Okay.
So there was that. And again, there was reports that Grayson Waller was going to be there.
I told y'all fuckers it ain't happening because it's Louis.
And then
I told everybody this motherfucker Louis.
And then when push came to shove. And again, listen, I gave him the benefit that, you know what? I will wait till the end of the night. Because who's to say he shows up in a backstage segment, right? You never know. You never know, right? Then the Raw ended. I'm like, wait a minute, where's Grayson Waller, man? And I'm like,
that's fucking bullshit.
No, we got to talk about this dude off stream if you stay long.
No Grayson Waller.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
I want to know a couple things.
I'll probably hop off for a little bit to study for a few minutes, and then I'll hop on later.
Okay.
I'm reading the comment. The Mysterio family will be on SmackDown coming Friday at MGM Grand Las Vegas. Yeah, there is talks about that.
Well, I mean, it's announced.
Dom got on the mic, right? He got on the microphone and he talked about how, he was challenging his dad, and his dad said no. But being that the Mysterio family will be on Friday in Vegas, that he's gonna ask his mom if he could wrestle his dad and all that stuff. Again, I love the story, man. After the Bloodline story, this is probably the second best thing happening right now in WWE.
Oh yeah,
I loved it.
Yeah,
for what it was worth. But I didn't like the fact that Johnny lost to Dominic Mysterio. Nothing against Dom. Nothing against him. Okay? Nothing against him. But come on, man.
It was a bad booking decision, but I get it. If you're trying to build up Dom going into this match with Ray, so I get it. But also, why Johnny? Like, Johnny should be winning before his match. So I'm just confused. Like, what's the issue there? Why can you not have both of these guys winning going into Stand and Deliver? Because now Grayson Waller is a better wrestler than Dominic Mysterio. We know that. He's had a title shot. Dominic Mysterio's never had a title shot for a singles championship. So why do we expect that Johnny could even beat Grayson Waller?
You know what I would have. You know what I would have rather have had then. A disqualification, something like that. At least give us that. Or at least both guys, they don't get pinned, right? And again, but no, they needed to have Dominic pin Johnny Gargano.
Just have someone get interfere.
Where's Grayson Waller?
Priest is already ringside. Have Priest interfere.
Where's Grayson Waller when we needed him? Huh, Louis? But that's around the point.
I don't know.
I know.
That was confusing. You could have also, I don't know why they didn't just fly Grayson in for that. That would have been perfect.
Exactly. Give him some exposure for NXT. Acknowledge their match to stand and deliver, which they've acknowledged, by the way. Backstage,
Did you say they haven't acknowledged or they have acknowledged?
They've mentioned it, right? Whether it be on Raw or SmackDown. Oh, tune in to stand and deliver on the lower third. You know what I mean? So, and they even show the clip of Gargano getting his ass kicked at his house. They even showed that. So, I mean, come on now. But anyway, moving on here. Paul Heyman was backstage with Jimmy and Jey Uso, and he told that the Usos are free to leave and head to the jet to enjoy seafood, while Solo Sikoa must hang back and talk to Roman Reigns personally. They didn't want Lewis to be right. They didn't want Louis to be right, according to Romeo. Which, can't blame them. Cannot blame them at all. Oh, man. Now I want seafood. Can you believe this shit? Anyway, Edge cut a vignette where he reminds everyone that he was baptized in Hell in a Cell by The Undertaker. And he tells Finn Balor to bring the Daemon.
The Daemon.
To WrestleMania because the devil wants to meet him. Bro,
Yeah,
I swear, yo, we're about to get Brute Edge versus Demon, yo. The Daemon.
It's gonna be great. In a Hell in a Cell. That's gonna be great.
Let's just hope it's not a red cell, though. It's not a red cell.
Oh yeah, I hope it's not a red cell. Please I hope they got rid of that.
Watch it now be it's gonna be watch it be a yellow cell now.
Oh man, what they trying to blind everybody? Like you can't see in a yellow cell.
Well, wait, they're in SoFi, right?
Yeah.
They might make it Charger colors or Rams color. You know what I mean?
No, that's Rams' house. Whose house? Rams' house.
Don't the Chargers play there too?
Yeah, but that's the chant of the Rams. Whose house? Rams' house.
No, they stole that from Swerve Strickland.
That too.
Very well. Read some more comments here. If you're trying to do a sale of the company, I wouldn't be shocked.
I think that they're not selling.
Who knows, man? I don't know either. But
So I want to talk. I wanted to if we got time at the end, I actually want to talk about that for a minute.
No problem. That new SummerSlam logo is fire. I agree, 100%. Let's move on here. So we had Rhea Ripley in the ring and promises to defeat Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Damage Control interrupted her, and they say that that it's time to remind her that Raw belongs to them. And the match was officially made between Bayley and Rhea Ripley out of nowhere, right? Being that Bayley in her first WrestleMania beat Charlotte Flair. I believe it was a triple threat. It was Bayley. No, it was a triple threat. It was Bayley, Charlotte, and Sasha. And I think they also had Nia Jax. It was a Fatal 4-Way, right? Was it Fatal 4-Way? WrestleMania 30. Yes. And they had a match. So Rhea Ripley in her street clothes had a match. She wrestled, I believe, in Supers, Mike.
Yeah.
And what do you expect, yo? In her street clothes, Rhea Ripley picked up the W.
I wish you can play that Nate Diaz clip.
This one right here.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Wasn't surprised at all. I knew something like that was going to happen.
Well, of
I
course,
saw
bro.
the plans, so I knew it was happening.
Think about it. Yo. Damage good. Yeah, you had Trish Stratus. You had Lita there, right?
Oh, Trish Stratus.
In those jeans. She was
Good
the
Lord.
bomb. Girl, she was the bomb. Something. Yeah, you kind of get the idea. Yeah, so thank you, Safed. Thank you, CPZ. Four-way elimination. Thank you. But again, you know, you're giving Rhea some momentum. She's going into her title match with Charlotte Flair. Some would say that should close night one of WrestleMania. We don't even know yet, right? If you read some reports, there's reports that are saying that they're not even sure who's going to win between Roman and Cody Rhodes.
Apparently, nobody's been told the winner for any match.
No one knows nothing.
Wasn't it a report saying that they were going to start telling people the finish of the match or the person that's going over at the beginning of the match before they go out?
That was for the game. If they wanted to do the gambling, that was a solution for the gambling commission. But that wouldn't take place now because they are still in basic conversations about that. So no, that would be down the line potentially.
Oh man, look at this.
That's still cheating, man. That's cheating.
R&B Steve, we got to get you in the studio for the debut album. You're gonna have the most bachata album ever. Thank you, Roman. Thank you.
I just finished the NXT Towers for this week. Please clap.
That's awesome, man. Good for you, man.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
All
Go unlock
right,
the
then.
pack. I have more NXT matches. What the fuck is this? Oh, I have men's. Okay.
In backstage, right? Backstage, we want to see Chad Gable looking for Otis. Because it's going to be Ricochet and Chad Gable, and Ricochet are going to have Care Bear in his corner. So he wanted, so Chad Gable wanted his muscle, his muscle with him, his star pupil, that is, right? And Otis was getting his nails done, right?
His hands done because he was doing a hand modeling gig.
A hand modeling gig, right? Had the cucumbers in the eyes too, which from what I was told,
this was great.
From what I was told, the cucumbers do absolutely nothing.
I've heard that too. They're it's just there for TV shows and movies.
Yes. Where I get that from, it was a Disney movie, The Princess something. I forgot what it was.
Princess Diaries.
There you go. The cucumber, absolutely nothing. And the guy just ate the cucumber and shit out of her eye. Like, oh.
Don't ask me why I know that.
Hey, man, listen.
Why do you know that, Mike?
We were kids once,
you
man.
Can get off the
That clip did not need to be played.
Listen, man, it was funny to me.
You love that clip. I don't understand why you love that clip so much.
You know what?
One of your favorite.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's one of them. I'm not gonna lie. Who am I to lie?
Y'all see these Sol Ruka pictures?
On it. Twitter, Instagram.
The group chat.
I'll be back in a little bit, guys.
No problem, Caden. Thank you for
Twitter,
Instagram.
In. Twitter, Instagram.
The group chat. The group chat.
Oh, the Twitter group chat.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Ooh, wife looking good.
I wish I had the Keith Lee clip here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Respectfully, of course. Respectfully. So you hear me?
Wait. I heard you. One second.
What happened?
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
He doesn't get it. He didn't watch it.
Respectfully.
You definitely did not watch the stream from Friday.
What do you mean? Hey, man. I watched parts of it.
You definitely
watched-
did not watch what you
I watched Chase. I watched Chase imitate me. That's what I watched.
Oh, you watched part of it. You didn't even watch all of it.
Respectfully.
Yes, Adam Cole is gonna speak tomorrow on Dynamite. Let's go.
That's awesome, man. I look forward to hearing him speak. Who's going to be his first opponent? Who's going to take the L to Adam Cole when he returns back to the ring? So Chad Gable won Otis in his corner, and Maxine Dupree telling him that he has to do a hand thing with with the photographers, what have you. So Otis was in a tight spot, and he ended up choosing Chad Gable.
Oh shit, I froze.
Coach, let's roll. And the match itself, Chad Gable and Ricochet. Listen, I can see them. I can see those guys go for hours. Let's be honest here. Those guys can go. Chad Gable, I feel. Well, pause,
I was just getting ready to say that too. I was like, "Oh yeah," that's what I said. Oh yeah.
I know. I heard when you said, "Oh yeah," I was like, "I know where this guy's going."
Pause. I can see those guys wrestle, have matches, right?
Okay.
Pause.
Oh, they don't pause on that. You
Bedroom
good?
wrestling. Some of that bedroom cardio.
No. Listen, those guys. Listen,
They got porn. What do you say? Porn star cardio.
Listen. If this was if they're on the independent scene, they probably go out there for like 35 minutes. Pause.
Bro, you're digging yourself a hole.
You know what? You know what? They had a good match. Fuck, they had a good match. There you go, man.
Steve, what?
Gosh darn it. You know what I mean, okay?
Man, you're digging yourself a hole. You just gotta shut up.
I'm gonna stay quiet. Mike, your thoughts on Ricochet and Chad Gable?
I said this last night on True Hill Heat, Radio Raw Superstars. If you haven't seen it, watch it. If you DVR'd Raw, watch Raw and then watch our reactions too. That'd be great. But I said this last night. I said I want to see more singles matches for Chad Gable and a singles run. I feel like if they give him a similar gimmick to the Wrestling Machine, like Kurt Angle, I feel like he can kill that.
I agree with that.
But
I feel
the
like
match that they had last night was really good. That the only thing that was a little scary was that that toss on the top rope that Gable did on Ricochet, and the way he fell. Didn't like that. It looked a little clunky. But other than that, they had a really smooth match.
Kaden, your thoughts, man?
It's a good match.
It's a good match. Okay, it's a good match.
What
I
are
like
you?
that.
You like this hat type energy right now? It's a good match. That's all.
I like this match.
All right. Yeah, I guess we're moving on.
Just you probably wish it was in an AEW ring. That's what it is.
You know what? I don't. You're not wrong. I do indeed wish that this was an AEW ring because it would be a better match.
Or a Ring of Honor ring. Or a Ring of Honor. Yeah.
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 From there, we had Bianca Belair and Asuka versus Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. All you need to know here, man, listen, you knew going into this match, Bianca and Asuka were going to get the win. They're going to have their match at WrestleMania. Chelsea tried to, they get a jump on Bianca early on. Bianca got the advantage, and Asuka tagged herself in. But like we said before, Bianca hit the KOD impressively on Piper Niven.
You're a poet and you didn't even know it.
What happened?
So you are a poet and you didn't even know it.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. And after the match, Asuka attacked Bianca Belair. Attacked her. And I was waiting for the mist. I was waiting for that blue mist to hit, Bianca's face. That didn't happen. So we now know who's the heel in this whole thing, right? We now know who's the heel going into this. Mike, based on what happened, did this match, did it spike your interest a little bit?
No.
Katie, what about you, man?
I know in the ring it's going to be good, so I don't really give a shit about the story, to be perfectly honest. I wish it was better. But the story between Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair was equally this dog shit, and we got one of the best WrestleMania matches of all time. So, doesn't mean shit when it comes to the match. And you guys know, if I can look past a story being shit if they give us a good match, and they're not even trying. This match is not built around a story, so the story doesn't matter to me. If you build it around the story, then it does, like the bloodline matches. But when you don't build around a story, then I don't need it. I'm like, all right, fine. I don't care. I'll still like the match.
That's fair. I agree with you, man. The build itself has not been exciting at all. Like CPZ right here, the feud is horrendous, and I agree. But we do believe the match will be fuego when they go out there and do the damn thing. After this, we got the promo that everyone wanted to see. Round 2 of Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. Round number 2.
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember on round 1 on SmackDown, Roman got the upper hand on old Cody there.
Yeah, that was a 10-7 round.
10-7 round. And Roman comes out with he comes out with Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman, right? He wants St. Louis to acknowledge him, as they should. And then out comes Cody Rhodes. Adrenaline in his soul, right?
Right.
And Roman, hit him with the, they wanted to be starters, and you ran away. You ran away to form your own company, your own promote, but you couldn't even get over in that promotion. So you ran away. You came back over here to finish the story, but then your body gave up on you.
Yeah. He
He
was digging at him, man.
And I'm like, yo, and at that point, I'm like, yo, this is round 1 TKO. This is TKO right here. Like, I said Herb Dean, but, any other referee would have been like, okay, Big John McCarthy. Big John McCarthy would have been like,
yeah. Herb Dean still looking at this thing. He's side eyeing it. He's like,
Steve Mazzagatti, not Steve Mazzagatti.
No, he's in the corner looking. He's like
a little bit more. Okay, now I'm getting in there. And everyone thought, oh man, how can Cody come back from this? How can Cody Rhodes come back from this? And he does. He says that, you talk about April 3rd, but look what it can mean for you, right? You're going to have no titles, right? And then after, Jay is going to leave you. And by Jay leaving you, so will Jimmy. And then Solo, who's been eyeing him the whole time, has been eyeing him, Cody, that is, right? And Cody tells Solo that, hey, you know what? When he was young in the business, just like Solo is now, he was behind the champion, and he, that being Solo, is not even ready. He's not ready. Right? And then he said that, Paul Heyman will go from being the wise man to going back to being an advocate.
That was a bar.
It was. He said that Roman will be a Roman with no reigns. A chief with no tribe. Which was a great comeback, but not as good as Roman, though. Roman, I still felt like,
Nah. I thought Cody cooked this man.
Yeah, I mean, Cody gave him a dose of reality.
Which he needed. He just needed here.
Unfortunately for my tribal chief, he gave him a dose of reality. But nonetheless, Roman Reigns is going to get the job done. You know what I'm saying?
No. I mean, Mike, there's talks that Roman Reigns might be taking some time off. Listen,
Yeah,
I don't know what's
it is what you say it is, Steve.
I'm not.
It's
I know
it's
that.
talk.
I'm just sitting
It's
back and
talk.
watching. I'm sitting back and watching all this play out. But I will say, this feud needed this promo from last night from both men. And after this, Roman leaves, but Solo is still in the ring. Solo Sikoa is still in the ring, right? And Roman is like, "What is he doing?" To Paul Heyman, like, "What is Solo doing?" And he tells Solo to get out of the ring. And then Cody's like, "Just like I thought, you're not ready." And they're like so about to go over to Samoan Spike. Cody kicks him. And so goes, "Ah," right? Starts screaming and shouting. And then Roman stops him. In mid-moment, he stops him. Gets him out of the ring. And, that's how we end the show. With the face-off. I feel like what we need here was Tony Schiavone saying, "Oh, that's all the time we have for tonight. Tune in next week to find out what's going." I feel like that's what was missing here. From back in the day, WCW.
Yeah.
But overall, man, that segment, that ending was amazing.
It was, man. To end the show, that was a good, nice story ending. I haven't seen an ending like that with a storyline in a long time.
Katie, your thoughts, man?
I thought that this ending was spectacular. I know some people are going to say, like, I know CPZ saying Roman got Cody on something personal and Cody got Roman on something storyline related. Yeah, because that's the thing about this story that I think, I know SP3, when we were talking a few months ago, I said the end game I said Cody and Roman is the match. He thought it was going to be Rock. And I said, no, it's going to be for the title. It's going to be at WrestleMania. And his point was they're not going to do it because they can't tell two storylines at once. I argued yes, and that's what they're doing. Cody's storyline is all personal. He left the company 6 years ago or 7 years ago, 2016. He left the company on his own accord because he didn't like what they were doing with him. He went to Ring of Honor. He went to New Japan Pro Wrestling. He won the ROH title. He won the IWGP US title, I believe, right? I'm pretty sure he won that title once.
Yes, he did.
He held the NWA championship, won it All Out. He created All Out with the Bucks, Kenny, Hangman. He then went and started a wrestling promotion, became the first ever TNT champion, became a 3-time TNT champion. And then he left to go finish the prophecy. And I think, and part of it is saying, oh, he ran away. And I thought that Cody's counter to it by saying, you're right, I did do all of those things, but here's why I did all of those things. I did it because I am a pro wrestler and I wanted better for myself. I wanted all of these. And he laid out, he countered it perfectly. Here's what everything you just said to me was, and here is why I can counter that. Here is the reasoning why I did all this. Here's why you're wrong about your perception of me based on those decisions. And what Roman was told, while it was, storyline related, Roman, you got to bring this all into kayfabe because that's all in kayfabe now. Everything in Cody's life, some of that is never in kayfabe. Some people going to other companies, they don't bring that in. This is kayfabe. So that is his story. That is what truly happened. So now you add in that Cody responds with, Jay's going to leave you. You only have this because you have the title. That's the only reason you're on top. And when you don't have the title, how are you going to respond the next day? What are you going to do when you're not holding a championship? How is your ego going to crumble? What is going to happen to your family when you're a Roman without reigns? The amazing line that I've been waiting for somebody to drop in this feud. And then saying, your muscle, he a bitch. This motherfucker ain't ready. And then Roman knowing that, to where he says, Solo, get the fuck out of here, because he knows that Cody's going to beat his ass and expose the muscle of the bloodline. And what happens when you expose the strongest man of the bloodline in Solo Sikoa? It exposes all of the bloodline. And it shows that all of the bloodline could lose to Cody. And that the bloodline truly needs all four of them together in order to win, which is what Cody, Sammy, and Kevin are all making in their point, that if they all come together, then they can take them out because they're finally at equal strength. So I think it adds so many layers to this story of, oh shit, Roman knows that Solo can't win. So he's trying to protect the image of the bloodline in this feud. And I think it's another interesting layer going into WrestleMania. We're maybe going to get one more confrontation on the Go Home SmackDown, but that's likely our last confrontation. I think we might get I don't know if we're gonna get the one on SmackDown because I don't know if Roman's even advertised for that show. But he's not advertised for Raw next week.
That's Arizona, right?
Yes, Raw is Arizona. SmackDown is Los Angeles.
Ooh, so
and also Roman is not scheduled for the Raw after Mania. I think it's interesting to think about that. He's not currently scheduled on that show. He's not being advertised, and you advertise that dude if he's going to be there. So I think it's interesting that I think it adds another layer to this fantastic story and not something that I necessarily saw coming, where Roman's gaslighting didn't work. This is the first time where someone's been able to shrug off the gaslighting. I thought he did a good job in that first promo, shrugging it off. And you could see when Roman left the ring in that first one, after they had the handshake, he goes, oh, my manipulation isn't going to work. But what does Roman do? He still fucking does it because that's all Roman knows how to do. Look at every story in this bloodline. Since the bloodline began, it's all been about gaslighting his opponents. And he did it again. And it didn't work again. And then so Roman, whenever he can't get that, what does he do? He pulls out Solo. But then Cody says, nah, Solo doesn't even work because I can beat the shit out of Solo because he's not ready for me. I'm stronger than Solo. It takes away every single thing that Roman has over Cody was debunked in last night's promo. Cody had a counter for every single thing. It was perfect.
That was beautiful. Holy shit.
Probably one of the greatest explanations of this this story.
Yeah, that
and nobody else is thinking about it this way. Everyone's like, "Oh, Cody got bitched." Realistically, did this? It's amazing storytelling.
Big Mike, make sure you clip that. All right, make sure you clip this. You're a Big Mike.
He didn't hear you.
Yeah, I'm here. I didn't hear you. No, what did you say?
Make sure you clip what Caden his whole explanation. Just clip that.
Oh yeah, I'll clip it. I'm gonna be clipping a lot of things.
It's gonna be on
by the weekend. By the weekend, we should have at least like four.
Just title it "The Explanation Behind Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns." The explanation. Yeah. Simple as that. It's fucking beautiful. Holy shit. That was but that was Raw, man. Overall, I thought Raw was a good show. I thought that some matches were exciting. I love the direction of Cody and Roman and where it's going. They also announced, we didn't mention this, but they announced that Andy Kaufman is going into the WWE Hall of Fame. Long time overdue, deservedly so.
Yes.
You know, so there's that also. Caden, Frantic will ask this question for you. Hey, Caden. Hiroshi Tanahashi is going to replace Will Ospreay, and it's going to be on the Impact.
Question, Steve.
That wasn't a question. My bad. I guess he.
Yeah, that's supposedly Will Ospreay is unfortunately injured. He's going to be missing the match against Will Ospreay next week. I wish they'd just fucking announce it already. I think they're waiting to see if he's going to be cleared. That's why I think they haven't officially announced it. More of like, okay, if he is not cleared, then we can do this match. And if not, then we just don't fly Tanahashi into the States.
Listen,
so I
man,
think it's wait and see.
Either way, I will say this. For Speedball Mike Bailey, bro, you're wrestling.
It's a win-win for him.
Yes, you're wrestling Kota Ibushi on Bloodsport, right?
And that's a few hours before this show.
And then you're wrestling, whatever it may be, but you're also wrestling the ace of New Japan. In the eyes of people, he's still the ace, right? Tanahashi. You know, when Tanahashi comes to the States, man, he goes all in when he comes to the States. And also in a Impact Wrestling ring after how many years? We're talking like, I think 2005, 2007.
Technically it's a joint show, but
exactly. So again, man, for Speedball Mike Bailey, man, his stock at the end of WrestleMania weekend will be even higher.
Mm-hmm.
Katie, you might know more about this than I would. Did
I
Bloodsport
have not
replace?
seen an announcement yet. No. I can check in a second. I'm currently doing Gunter versus Brock Lesnar.
That's fine. That's fine.
Let me look.
I'm about to wrap this up in a bit anyway. I'm about to wrap this up also. in a
Davey
bit.
Richards.
I know you
Bloodsport.
guys are looking forward to the World Baseball Classic, USA versus Japan.
Oh, Josh Barnett said something, so let me see. It's hard to have a guy who is retired run into your ring and do a match that's kind of the opposite of retired. We'll sort it out. So, that's all they said. That they're gonna have an opponent. They just don't have one for Mox yet. I could see them getting. There's a few options. I think
The Karate Man. The Karate Man.
I think a decent option would be one that I'd like is to bring in Claudio and do Claudio and Mox in an exhibition match. You could also, if you wanted to do Wheeler and Mox, I think that'd be a good based off of remember last April when they had that fantastic match on Rampage. I think that'd be fun, a fun exhibition match between the BCC. I think more realistically, they change Barnett's opponent and they give Moxley Timothy Thatcher because that was supposed to happen, I believe, before the pandemic. I don't remember. That was supposed to happen at one point, I believe, or at least fans wanted it to happen. It was rumored, and then they didn't do it. So I think that makes sense. And you give Barnett a different opponent, or you just don't have Barnett on the show because this show is built around Kota Ibushi and it's built around Jon Moxley wrestling his first GCW match since October.
They should put Joe in there.
Joe can't wrestle, guys. Joe can't wrestle that. I think there's good. I would go with an AEW guy. Like I would have Mox go talk to Tony and be like, hey, we had this bullshit happen. Can you get someone? I think that's why they haven't announced it yet. I think they're figuring it out. Like, okay, who can we get? Because they want a big opponent for Jon Moxley. And I think there's some good options out there who are not currently booked for Bloodsport. And I think it'd be really cool if we saw a BCC exhibition match. I think that'd be a fun option. I don't know how realistic it is.
This might be like a dumb question, but I'll ask anyway because you know more about GCW than I would, right? The whole collective. If I have Fight Plus, I don't gotta pay for it's all included, right?
All included, everything in the collective because it's run through GCW.
All right, so just want to make sure. Thank you.
Yeah, it's I don't love the lineup this year so far for the collective. It's okay. Not as good as past years, in my opinion. I thought last year's had a much better, like they had because they're using West Coast promotions, but a lot of those like there's more GCW shows. Like last year they ran LA Fights versus JCW, and they had JCW and LA Fights, which I don't know why they didn't do LA Fights at least again this year. I don't know if they're still around, but they didn't do they're not using West Coast Pro. Which they didn't use last year, but if you're in the West Coast, use West Coast Pro. They're not using. Who else are they not using?
Is BOP
Black
still
Label
in there?
Pro? Black Label Pro. I don't think is running a show. Glory Pro ran a show last year. They're not running one. Mission Pro. They're not running Mission Pro unless I'm fucking stupid. But I'm pretty sure a lot more of this year is GCW labeled shows, whereas in past years they've worked with other promotions.
Is Gringo Loco
Bros Wrestling? Oh yeah, they're bringing in DDT for 2 shows. So that's the big one they're doing this year. Is they're bringing in DDT.
Is Gringo Loco still doing his Super Lucha event?
That'll be at 9 p.m. on Saturday, 9 p.m. West Coast time, so midnight for y'all.
I'll stick around for that one.
I'll
stick around for that one.
That's probably going to be like right as Mania ends, I would assume, because I don't even know do we know what time Mania starts? Is it 3 p.m. West Coast?
I would think so. 6 p.m. Probably 7 p.m. Remember, pay-per-views now start at 8 o'clock, but being as Mania, they'll always start an hour early. So I'll probably say 7 o'clock.
I want to look quickly. 38 time. Let's see. 7:30 is what it's listed at. The fuck? That doesn't help me. Oh, motherfucker. Go Ticketmaster. That'll tell me. I still don't have tickets for this fucking show, although I'm not buying them until day of. I've already said that. Let's see. WrestleMania goes Hollywood.
Or you could pull the Simon Wilson. Just sneak
It says
in there.
4:30 p.m.
So 7:30.
So
PM
probably an
Eastern.
8 p.m. start on the West Coast or on the East Coast, I would
Yeah, or-
assume. Although that's that's late.
Or you can pull the Simon Wilson and sneak in and make a video and go sneaking into WrestleMania 39, WrestleMania Hollywood. Sneaking in.
I think that running on a Saturday and Sunday, you could get away with running at starting 4 p.m. instead of 5 p.m.
Well,
but they are telling people to get there 30 minutes early. That's
on
the
their
bell time listed. So
on their Twitter, it's 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's 5 p.m.
Yeah, which is late. Why would you not run 7? They ran 7 last year, right?
I think because the idea, all right, we're on the West Coast, but the time is 8 p.m. It's gonna be people can do the hell. People can do whatever they want after. It's still early. I don't know. It's so much confusion. I agree, but nonetheless, man. Listen, I thought, again, guys, before we wrap this up, Mike, what will be your letter grade for Monday Night Raw?
I gave it a thumbs up show, so I'll give it a B minus.
Okay.
For what I saw.
Katie, what about you?
I'll give it a B. I'll be a little more generous because I love the promo. For me, Raw is like, I got to judge everything on a scale. And if I scale what happened on Raw, I thought Dom had a good match. So I'll take it. I thought Dom and Johnny had a good one.
I'll give it a B as well. I'm with you on this one. A B. That promos, the opening segment, the promo at the end, I thought were just top notch.
Yeah.
And the wrestling in between was good too, for what it was worth. But that's gonna be for us. Guys, thank you all for tuning in tonight. Or it's officially now 7:00 where I'm at, so it's like nighttime for some folks. So thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, once again for Let's Talk NXT. And yeah, if you are new here, once again, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the thumbs up, hit that bell notification. You'll be notified when this channel goes live almost every day here on the Around the Point Network. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Caden, let them know where can they check you out. What you got going on, man?
You guys can find me on my Twitter at Caden_FTW. That's KADEN_FTW. You can find me tomorrow. I will be doing jack shit. Thursday, motherfucker, I draw something. Thursday, I'll be doing All Honor and hopefully something about Dynamite. I have a really busy day tomorrow, so it just depends on how I feel.
That's fine, bro. I mean, depending how you feel, man.
Steve, I'm so mad. I'm gonna be missing live Dynamite because I'm gonna be taking a fucking e-contest.
Listen, man, just remember, school comes first, bro. Remember that.
Bro, I so close to emailing my professor being like, hey, can I take the makeup?
Yeah, I can do that. Shit, man.
It depends on your reasoning, and my reasoning is that I would like to cover the show.
I got a story for you after we go. I got a story for you.
Yeah.
But also, Big Mike, where can they check you? What you got going on, man?
Yeah, you can find me here every single day on Around the Point Network. You can also follow me on Twitter at DetroitGamer313. Also, you can find me on the For Romeo Anthony YouTube channel with all of our reactions to good television shows like Mandalorian season. Season 3? Yeah, Mandalorian season 3, season 2 of Bel Air. We got a really good watch along to one of the greatest shows, Last of Us. We got a tier list coming for The Last of Us that we did. Really good video when Romeo puts that out. I don't know when he's going to put that out, but check out the other reactions too. That's where you'll find me.
All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. You guys have been awesome. For myself, for Caden, for Big Mike, for Chase, who's here also early. You guys can follow him on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. For Triple H, who Mike got so upset. This has been the Raw Rundown here on the Around the Point Network. Good day, everyone.
Listen. Fuck up. Get out.
Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.